Hey, hey, hey! Welcome back to the FluentLife English Podcast, your favorite place to learn real, everyday English that actually helps you in your real life.
I'm Liam.
And I'm Amelia. And we are so happy you are here with us today.
Genuinely happy. Not just podcast happy, actually happy.
Yes, there is a difference. Podcast happy is like, welcome, everything is great. And actually happy is like, oh good, you're here. Sit down, let's talk.
Exactly. So sit down, let's talk.
Okay, before we start, we have a question for you. And this one is personal, a little bit uncomfortable, but in a good way.
The best kind of uncomfortable.
Think about 1 year ago. 1 year ago, the version of you that existed, that person sitting somewhere, maybe also listening to a podcast, maybe also trying to learn English.
Maybe also procrastinating, just like all of us.
Yes. Okay, now think about this. Are you different from that person? Even a little bit? Maybe you speak a little more confidently now. Maybe you understand more. Maybe you made one difficult decision. Maybe you just survived a hard year and you are still here.
That already counts. That is already growth.
It really is. But here is the interesting part. Most people, when they try to talk about their personal growth in English, they get stuck. They know the feeling inside, but the English words? Gone. The brain goes quiet.
Like the words exist somewhere in your brain, but you cannot find them. They are hiding behind your other thoughts.
So today, we are giving you the words, the phrases, the sentences, everything you need to talk about your personal growth in real, natural English.
Today's topic is words and phrases for talking about personal growth.
And this might sound simple, like, oh, I can just say I improved. But actually, talking about growth in English is a skill, and it shows up in so many places in your life.
Job interviews. Someone asks, can you tell me about a time you improved? And you need the right words.
English classes. Your teacher says, how has your English grown this year? And you want to say something real, not just, I am better.
New friendships. Someone asks, what are you working on right now in your life? And you want to give a real, interesting answer.
Even in your own head, when you talk to yourself about your progress, having the right words makes the feelings clearer. It makes growth feel more real.
Exactly. Words give shape to feelings. And today we are giving you the best words for this topic.
Now, a quick note. Today's episode is great for B1 and B2 learners. That means intermediate to upper intermediate English.
But if you are an A2 learner, please don't go anywhere. We will always explain new words clearly, and we have some simpler phrases especially for you in today's word tour section.
Yes, we go from easy to rich, so everyone has something useful to take home today.
Before we jump in, one small thing. If you are learning with us and you enjoy this kind of episode, please like this video and subscribe to FluentLife English. It really, truly helps other learners find us.
And today's comment challenge is this. Just one sentence. Write in the comments, one thing I have worked on this year is, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be honest.
We read every single comment, and your sentence might actually help another learner who's feeling the same thing.
Okay, now let's get into it. So I want to start with a story because I think it will feel familiar to a lot of you.
Oh, is this the job interview story?
Yes, the painful one.
Let's hear it.
Okay, a few years ago, I had a job interview, and everything was going okay. The interviewer was friendly, the questions were normal, and then she asked, so Amelia, how have you grown in the last 2 years?
Classic interview question.
Classic. And I knew the answer. Inside my head, I had so much to say. I had changed jobs, I had learned new skills, I had become more confident, I had worked really hard on my communication. I knew all of this.
But
when I opened my mouth, I said, I think I became better at things. Better at things.
Oh no.
She smiled very politely, the kind of smile that means, thank you, next question.
I feel this so deeply.
And the thing is, I wasn't wrong. I had grown, but I didn't have the language to show it. And without the language, the growth was invisible to her and honestly a little bit to me too.
That's such an important point. If you can't describe your growth, other people can't see it. And sometimes you can't fully see it yourself.
Exactly. So that's why today matters, because you deserve the words to show who you are becoming.
I have a story too. Mine is a little different.
Tell us.
So I had a friend, we'll call him Marco. Marco was learning English. He had been studying for maybe 2 years, and he was actually quite good, better than he thought. But every time someone asked about his English progress, he would say, I'm still learning, I'm not good yet.
Oh, I know that person. I was that person.
We were all that person. And one day I asked him, Marco, what specifically has improved for you? And he looked at me and said, I don't know how to say it in English.
He had the growth. He didn't have the words for the growth.
Exactly. And once I gave him 3 or 4 phrases, just simple ones, suddenly he could talk about it. And when he talked about it, he felt it. He felt how far he had come.
Language is like a mirror. The right words help you see yourself more clearly.
Beautiful. I'm going to write that down.
Please do. Okay, let's build your vocabulary now, step by step.
So we are going to look at personal growth language in 3 groups. Group 1, talking about where you started. Group 2, talking about the journey. Group 3, talking about where you are now and where you want to go.
3 groups, easy to remember.
Let's start with Group 1, talking about where you started.
This is about your past self, how you were before, what your life or English or skills were like before something changed.
A very useful phrase here is, I used to. This is perfect for talking about old habits or old feelings that are different now. For example, I used to feel very nervous when speaking English, or I used to avoid difficult conversations.
I used to is so powerful because it shows change. It says, that was me, but it is not me anymore.
Another phrase for this group is, I struggled with. This one is honest and very natural. For example, I struggled with confidence for a long time, or I struggled with staying consistent.
And notice, struggled with uses the past tense, so it shows you are past that stage, or at least you are working through it.
Yes, and for A2 learners, a very simple version is just, before I was. For example, before I was very shy. Simple, clear, and completely correct.
Perfect. So Group 1 is about your starting point, where you came from.
Now, Group 2, talking about the journey. This is about the process, the work, the middle part, which, as we know from life, is the hardest.
The boring, beautiful, difficult middle.
The most useful phrase in this group is, I have been working on. This phrase is present perfect continuous. It shows something that started in the past and is still happening. For example, I have been working on my listening skills for 3 months, or I have been working on being more patient with myself.
That last one is very real, very human.
Another great phrase, little by little. This is a lovely expression that means slowly, step by step, with small progress each time. For example, little by little, I started to feel more confident, or my vocabulary is growing little by little.
I love little by little because it removes pressure. It says, you don't need to change in one big jump. Small steps are real steps.
And one more for this group, I have been pushing myself to. This is great for B2 learners. It shows effort and intention. For example, I have been pushing myself to speak more, even when it feels uncomfortable, or I have been pushing myself to try new things.
Pushing yourself shows bravery. It means you are doing something even when it is not easy.
And now, Group 3, talking about where you are now and where you want to go. This is the most empowering group.
Yes, because this is about your present growth and your future dreams.
First phrase, I have grown a lot when it comes to. This is perfect for interviews, English class, or just talking with friends. For example, I have grown a lot when it comes to managing stress, or I have grown a lot when it comes to expressing my feelings.
When it comes to is a really natural English phrase. It means in this specific area. Very useful.
Second phrase, I am becoming more. This is present continuous, which shows change that is happening right now. For example, I am becoming more confident every day, or I am becoming more comfortable with making mistakes.
Becoming is such a hopeful word. It says, I am not finished yet, and that is okay. I am in the process.
And finally, my goal is to. Simple, clear, and very powerful. For example, my goal is to speak English without translating in my head. Or, my goal is to become the kind of person who doesn't give up easily.
That second example gave me chills a little bit.
Good chills or bad chills?
Very good chills. The motivating kind.
Okay, let's pause here for one moment. We want you to think.
No pressure. Just think.
Which phrase from today feels most true for you right now? Maybe I used to struggle with, and you can fill in the blank. Maybe I am becoming more, and a word comes to mind immediately.
Whatever comes, that is your phrase, your real sentence. And later, you can write it in the comments.
Your brain just went to the gym a little bit. You're welcome.
A very gentle gym. No heavy weights. Just a nice walk on the treadmill. Okay, now let's put everything together. We're going to show you 2 mini conversations. One more informal, one more semi-formal.
Listen first, then we'll explain the phrases.
Informal example. Imagine two friends talking over coffee.
Hey, you seem different lately, like more relaxed or something.
Yeah, honestly, I've been working on myself a lot this year. I used to get really anxious about everything, but little by little, I've been learning to slow down.
That's amazing. What helped you?
Honestly, I just pushed myself to do small things differently, and I'm becoming more comfortable with not having everything under control.
Now, semi-formal. Imagine this is an English class or a professional event.
So, can you tell us something about your personal development this year?
Of course. I have grown a lot when it comes to communication. I used to struggle with expressing my ideas clearly, especially in English. But I have been working on this consistently, and my goal is to feel fully confident in professional conversations.
Excellent. You hear how natural that sounds? She didn't say, I became better at things. She used real, rich language.
Yes, not better at things. Never again.
And now, our favorite part of the episode, the word tour. We're going to go through 10 key words and phrases from today. We'll give you the meaning, an example, and we'll say it slowly for you to repeat.
Ready? Let's go.
Number 1, I used to. This phrase talks about something that was true before, but has changed now. For example, I used to avoid speaking in English, or I used to think I wasn't smart enough. Repeat, I used to. I used to.
Number 2, I struggled with. To struggle with something means it was difficult for you. It was a challenge. For example, I struggled with self-confidence for a long time. Or she struggled with staying motivated. Repeat, I struggled with. I struggled with.
Number 3, little by little. This means slowly, step by step, with small changes over time. Not one big jump, many small ones. For example, little by little, my English is improving. Or, little by little, he became more comfortable with change. Repeat, little by little, little by little.
Number 4, I have been working on. This shows something you started in the past and are still doing now. It is continuous. For example, I have been working on my pronunciation for 6 months. Or she has been working on being kinder to herself. Repeat, I have been working on. I have been working on.
Number 5, push yourself. To push yourself means to try harder than feels comfortable. You encourage yourself to do more. For example, I push myself to speak even when I feel nervous. Or, you need to push yourself a little outside your comfort zone. Repeat, push yourself. Push yourself.
Number 6, when it comes to. This phrase introduces a specific area or topic. It means in this particular thing. For example, when it comes to learning, patience is very important. Or, I have improved a lot when it comes to listening. Repeat, when it comes to. When it comes to.
Number 7, I am becoming more. This shows a change that is happening right now. You are in the middle of growing. For example, I am becoming more confident every week. Or, he is becoming more open to feedback. Repeat, I am becoming more. I am becoming more.
Number 8, comfort zone. Your comfort zone is the safe, familiar space where everything feels easy and known. Growing often means leaving it. For example, speaking in public is outside my comfort zone. Or she pushed herself outside her comfort zone and felt proud. Repeat, comfort zone, comfort zone.
Number 9, my goal is to. Simple and powerful, this talks about your future intention, what you are trying to achieve. For example, my goal is to have full conversations in English. Or, my goal is to become a more patient person. Repeat, my goal is to. My goal is to.
And number 10, I have grown a lot when it comes to. This is your best sentence for talking about real progress. Confident, specific, and natural. For example, I have grown a lot when it comes to managing difficult emotions. Or, I have grown a lot when it comes to expressing myself in English. Repeat, I have grown a lot when it comes to. I have grown a lot when it comes to.
And that was your word tour for today. 10 phrases, all real, all useful, all ready for you to use.
So, what can you do today after this episode? We have 3 steps. Very simple.
Step 1, choose 2 phrases from today that feel most true for you. Just 2, not all 10. 2.
Step 2, say them out loud. Right now if you can. On a walk, in your room, in your car. Say your 2 sentences. Hear yourself say them. That is speaking practice.
Step 3, write 1 sentence in the comments. Use this template. One thing I have worked on this year is, and finish it honestly.
When you write it, your brain works differently. You choose words, you build meaning, you see your own growth in a new way.
And we will read it. And we might even reply.
Okay, we are getting close to the end now. And before we say goodbye, our question for you one more time.
One thing I have worked on this year is...
Your answer doesn't have to be big or dramatic. Maybe it is something small. Maybe it is something you have never said out loud before. Either way, we want to hear it.
And if this episode helped you, please like it, subscribe to Fluent Life English, and share it with one person who is also working on their English and their life at the same time.
Because that is what we are all doing here, right? We are not just learning English. We are becoming, little by little, a better version of ourselves.
And you came here today, you listened, you learned. That already means something.
You didn't waste this time. You invested it. And that is growth, even if you can't see it yet.
This was the Fluent Life English podcast. I'm Liam.
And I'm Amelia.
Take care of yourself.
Keep growing. Bye.